And welcome to another edition of the Sports Blog, as we're here tonight for a senior night baseball game between your Middle Creek Mustangs and the visiting Apex Cougars. I'm Adam Ireland, joined by
Hunter Kovac.
And we should be in for a good game here, as both these teams battle for second place, and second place in the SWAC will most likely get you a 2 home games in the playoffs, granted you win your first.
Definitely. I mean, this is a huge game for both teams because obviously they want that second seed in the SWAC conference. So see how both teams play tonight.
Yeah, and easiest path to the 2 seed, getting the 2 seed or finishing second from Middle Creek. Easiest path for them is to win tonight. Win tonight, and then there's no question they finish second.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we should be in for a decent game. And here a little bit early, because I've been informed that we have a live national anthem singer tonight, I believe. So we're a little bit early for that, but we'll take you to that when that happens. So for now, you're just going to listen to us. Yeah. So, yeah, some stats from Middle Creek so far this year. They got a .298 team batting average, and a 1.96 team ERA, which is good.
Definitely. I mean, hold them under 2 earned runs. So
yeah, and the thing that stands out to me when I was writing down some stats is Tucker Rogers, the senior, who's also the power hitter, who's the senior. He's hitting .365, 27 hits, 13 RBIs, 6 doubles, 1 triple. And then on his pitching, he has a 1.18 ERA with he's 6-2, and has struck out 58. 58. That's getting it done.
Definitely. I mean, he's basically everything you need in a player. I mean, he can pitch, he can hit, he can do fielding, everything. So
yeah, that's getting it done.
Very durable.
Definitely. And it seems that the guy out of the bullpen to get the saves is Derek Roy with a 1.79 ERA, as he's 0-2, but he has 3 saves on the year and 19 Ks. So he appears to be their closer.
It's always good to have a good closer, so you know you're safe for those late innings.
Definitely. I believe Ryan Chassie today told me that Tucker Rogers was pitching, and I believe, but I do not know that for sure, so don't quote me on that.
Well, if you always want to bring out your strong arm in a big game, so
definitely. And I'll have a cough at some point this night, so excuse that. It's just a typical springtime cold everybody gets. Just giving you a heads up.
That's why.
Yeah. And I believe we're getting ready to have player announcements.
Now for the starting lineups.
Yeah, but to have starting lineups, so we're going to go quiet for a second so you can hear the starting lineups.
In center field, number 2, C.J. Conrad. At shortstop, number 9, Sam Heifeld. Third base, number 8, Cameron Root. In left field, number 23, Tucker Jackson. In right field, number 4, Zach Farrell. First base, number 11, Cannon Butler. Second base, number 14, Johnny Serensics. Catching tonight is number 25, Matt Cruz. The DH is number 6, Justin Rue. Pitching tonight for Apex is number 24, Cam Mason. And now, the starting lineup for your Middle Creek Mustangs. In center field, number 4, Jake Wart. At catcher, number 26, Jonathan Dearcole. At first base is number 31, Ryan Chassie. Pitching tonight is number 30, Tucker Rogers. In right field, number 8, Wade Chandler. In left field, number 24, William Witzemer. The DH Shortstop, number 21, Brian Scholler. Now, if you will please rise and remove your hats. And we have a guest singer this evening, Shelby Chandler, 9th grader here at Middle Creek, will be singing the national anthem to honor America.
She's behind. You can't see her.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And so, we did have a live singer, but she was up in the booth, so we did not get a picture. So, game's coming up very shortly. So yeah, should be in for a good one tonight.
So like we said before, Tucker Rogers starting on the mound tonight, and like I said before, you always want your best pitcher on the mound, especially when you have this important game tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. So it should be a good game. I believe it should be a good game. As our first hitter for Apex tonight is number 2, CJ Conrad. For some reason, I feel like I've heard that name before. I don't know why. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. I'm just going to go out and wild gamble to say that he's a really good player. So, he's going to be lead off for Apex, as he waits on Rogers to finish up his last practice pitch, his last warm-up pitch.
Conrad, who's the center fielder, obviously must have some speed in order, you always want to have a speedster, on your leadoff spot so you can get like a good base hit.
Definitely, you always want your outfielders to be fast so they can track down those balls.
Yeah.
So they can come in or range over to get them.
Looks like we also have a underclassman today on the field for the Mustangs. Number 9, Dominic Derrickle, who's a sophomore. So it's quite interesting to have a underclassman up there, since most guys on the team are either juniors or seniors.
Must be pretty good.
Definitely.
And the first pitch tonight is in for a strike from Rogers. So that's going to make an 0-1 count on Conrad. And that pitch is down and away for ball 1 to make it a 1-1 count on Conrad, the leadoff hitter. And on deck for Apex, we got number 9, Sam Highfield. And this is going to be fouled down the left field line, so that's going to make it a 1-2 count on Conrad. So, good job there of Conrad staying alive there. And the pitch is in the dirt for a swinging strike. So that's going to be a strikeout ground out for the first out. And that's going to bring up Sam Highfield.
Conrad almost got to first base there because looks like the catcher, Derrickle, kind of fumbled with it for a minute.
Yep.
But luckily he was able to get the ball and throw it to first to get the out. So that's always good.
And this first pitch on Highfield is in for a strike one. On deck, we have number 8, Cameron Roof. And this pitch is hit high. It was to the second baseman, Frangelo, but he had to make a quick throw, and that's going to be an error on him as it goes past the first baseman chassis. So, Highfield reaches on an error. And that's going to bring up Cameron Roof for the third batter of the inning.
Frangelo was obviously rushed on that play, so you can understand why he made such a wild throw there.
Yeah, Roof's pretty tall, 6'3".
Definitely.
And that's fouled way out of play.
Right towards some people who were sitting on the hill right there.
Yep.
It's not exactly the most ideal place to sit, but
That's a good view.
definitely.
But right in the sun, so want to get a tan and watch a baseball game, that's the spot to go. And so 0-1 count. The pitch is in, but it's down in the dirt for ball one. So that's going to make it a 1-1 count. Runner on first, 1 out.
And on deck for Apex is number 23, Tucker Jackson.
And the 1-1 pitch is in for a ball 2. So 2-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first. And that's going to be a swinging strike, so that's going to make it a 2-2 count with 1 out and 1 run first.
So far, some pretty good pitching by Rogers. So let's see if he can keep his hot hand.
2-2 pitches hit off the diving glove of the third baseman. So that's going to be a single for Roof.
And that'll push.
And that's going to bring up Jackson with runners on first and second with 1 out.
Good spot here for Apex to possibly bring in a run or two since you got one guy in scoring position.
Definitely.
So let's see what they can do here.
And the pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. On deck, we got number 4, Zachary Farrell. And he swings at the 1-0 pitch to make it a 1-1 count. He was swinging for Chandler out there. And Jackson tries to call time, but the umpire denies it. So that pitch is going to be in for strike 2, making a 1-2 count with 1 out. Runners on first and second.
This will be a huge strikeout if Rogers can get it, since
yes, it
they'll
will
make
be.
it 2 outs.
Yes, it will be. And Rogers steps off the mound.
Looks like he didn't like Highfield on second there. Looks like he was giving him some problems.
Yes. And that's going to be a strikeout. Nice pitch there by Rogers to get him looking.
That obviously will help the Mustangs as they got 2 outs now. So.
And that's Rogers' second K of the game. And that's going to bring up Zachary Farrell. And should Farrell reach base, we'll have on deck, we have number 14, Johnny Skirinas. And he pops this one up foul. I'm not really sure when I lost track of it. So that's going to be an 0-1 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. And this pitch would have been a ball, but he swung at it. So it's going to be making an 0-2 count.
Farrell was chasing that pitch big time.
Oh yeah, he got him chasing. And Roger steps off the mound, so Farrell steps out of the box. And this pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1 to make it a 1-2 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second.
Apex doesn't look too aggressive on the bases, though. I mean, they seem pretty conservative, which is, pretty good, but, you know.
A base here would score 1. And this is grounded right to the second baseman, Frangella, over to the first baseman, Chassis, for the 3rd out of the inning, and we'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back to the Sports Block, guys. We're here from the bottom of the first inning with the score 0-0 and Jake Fort to lead off for the Mustangs.
Fort, one of the Mustangs outfielders, so obviously he's got some speed. So let's see if he can get on base and use his speed to disrupt Apex.
Definitely. And he swings at this but fouls it off down the left field line. So this is going to make it an 0-1 count with no outs. So to recap the top of the first, Apex had a strikeout, ground out, and that's going to be in for a ball 1, so which is the batter strikes out, but the ball's in the dirt, so he gets to attempt to run the first. And that's going to be in for strike 2 to make it a 1-2 pitch. So that was the first out of the inning, and then Sam Highfield reached on an error, Cameron Roof singled. This pitch is hit past the diving first baseman for a single for Jake Fort. So that's going to be the first hit of the game for Middle Creek. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Jonathan Derrickole, who does have 2 home runs on the season. Yeah, Derrickole is hitting on the season. Derrickole is hitting .406, 28 hits, 19 RBIs. 5 doubles and 2 home runs. So this is the guy you want up.
Definitely.
And that first pitch is going to be up high for ball 1. And this pitch is over for pitcher Cameron Mason throws over to the first baseman to check on Fort. And this pitch is in for a strike 1 to make it a 1-1 count with runner on first and no outs. And on deck we got number 31, Ryan Chassie. And again, another throw over the first to check on Fort.
Looks like Fort's disrupting Mason a little bit since that's his second time throwing to him.
Definitely, Apex must respect his speed or his base stealing ability.
Definitely.
And this pitch is from Derek Cole is going to be grounded to the third baseman, who's able to get him out by just a step.
That will move Fort to second base. So.
Yep. That'll probably go down as a sacrifice ground out. And that's going to bring up Ryan Chassie, who's hitting 351 in the season with 7 RBIs and 4 doubles. He also has 10 walks on the year, so he has good plate discipline. And that's second on the team, only to Ryan Scholler, who has 12. So Chassie definitely has good plate discipline. And that pitch is in there for ball 1.
Then on deck for the Mustangs is Tucker Rogers, the pitcher, who's one of the Mustangs' best hitters. And Mason throws a ball.
And that's going to make it a 2-0 count with a runner on second and 1 out. With Fort here, I would expect a base knock, especially if it's up the middle to score 1. And that's going to be in for a strike 1, make it a 2-1 count.
Mason steps off. Looks like he wasn't sure about Fort there on second base. So
yeah, if Chassie hits this back up the middle, and that's going to be one for ball 3 to make it 3-1 count. Yeah, if Chassie hits this back up the middle, it's going Fort. The outfielder's playing pretty deep, so they're obviously respecting Chassie's power. And this is in for a strike, a 3-2, so that's going to make it a 3-2 count, full count.
See if Chassie could get a walk and get another guy on base.
And that's going to be a walk. So that's going to make it. So that's going to be the first walk issued by either team. And that's going to bring up Tucker Rogers. I'm the PA announcer called him TJ Rogers. I'm not sure why, but yeah, Tucker Rogers. And Rogers is hitting 365 on the year, 27 hits, 13 RBIs, 6 doubles, and it does have a triple on the year. And that's going to be in for a strike 1 from Mason.
On deck for the Mustangs is number 8, Wade Chandler, one of the outfielders that the Mustangs have.
Oh. And this is hit deep to center field, but it's going to be caught by the center fielder.
That will move
Fort's going to tag up. That's going to advance him to third. So that's coming up Wade Chandler.
Fortunately, a sac fly won't do the trick to score Fort in, but
nope.
But if Mustangs get just a little hit, to the outfield, yep. They can obviously Fort will score. So.
Yep, and on deck we got William Puigsever. Should Chandler reach. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. Chandler up the bat. He's batting 317 on the year. And this pitch is going to be inside for ball 1. So that's going to make an 0-1 count. And that's going to make it a 2-0 count.
Ball was just right upstairs there. Looked like a strike for a minute, but saw differently.
And this is going to be in for strike one. Looked a little low to me, but I'm not the umpire, so that's going to be a 2-1 count. And he hits this. Oh! Oh! This is going to score 4. And great job there by Chandler.
Definitely.
That looked like it was in the glove of the diving first baseman at first, but then he wasn't able to hold on to it, and then the short second baseman was unable to get to it.
Looked like he tripped or something like that.
Yeah, and so that's gonna bring up Puigsever, and that scores
4.
Yep.
From third. So.
And on deck should Puigsever reach. We got Chris Bleeker, the DH tonight. And Puigsever hits the fly out to the center fielder. So that will be the inning. Middle Creek scores 1 on 2 hits. We'll be right back with the sports clock.
2 hits, 2 left on, after 1 complete.
And welcome back to the Sports Bag as we're here for the top of the second inning. Middle Creek leading 1-0. Our first batter of the inning. And now we got number 11, Cannon Butler, up the bat.
Butler, who is the first baseman for Apex, who gets a called strike.
And this is gonna be grounded right back up to the pitcher, who tosses it over the chassis for the out.
Next up, number 14, Johnny Sorensis.
Now we're gonna have number 14, Johnny Sorensis, up the bat for Apex, the second batter of the inning. And he swings at the first pitch to make it an 0-1 count. And this is going to be another swing and miss, and then make it an 0-2 count with a 1 out and nobody on base.
And just like that, Rogers is in a perfect position, so he has a few pitches he could play with.
Yeah.
To try and get Sorensis out.
And he strikes him out looking.
Wow.
So that's going to be Rogers' third K of the game.
Now hitting number 25, Matt Cruz.
Some fantastic pitching so far by Rogers. 3 Ks so far. It's amazing.
Yep. Matt Cruz is up the bat for Apex. And this is going to be in for strike 1. Cruz is in the is hitting in the 8 hole, and he grounds this one foul down the left field line.
That'll make it 2 strikes. So Rogers in another great position to
Cruz is he's hitting 8th, but he looks like he'd be a power hitter.
Definitely.
So let's see what Rogers can do here. And that's going to be ball 1.
Way outside there.
And we're going to have time called here by the batter.
1-2 count with only one out, no one on for Apex. Oh.
And this is hit high and deep to left field. Oh! And he makes a diving catch for the third out of the inning. What a catch by number 24, William Puigskevert. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back for the bottom of the second inning, with Middle Creek leading 1-0. And pitcher Tucker Rogers cruised through the top of the second, helped by an amazing catch by the left fielder William Puigskevert. And Chris Bleeker is our first hitter, Middle Creek hitter of the inning, and he takes ball one. And on deck we got number 9, Dominic Derrickle.
And Bleeker takes strike one.
Make it a 2-1 count. No outs. And Bleeker hits this one high up in the air to left field. And this is going to be an easy fly out for the left fielder.
And that will bring up number 9, Dominic Derrickle.
Yes.
One of the lower classmen to be up here in junior varsity.
Yeah. Middle Creek as a team has 3 home runs this year. Donovan Derrickle has 2 of them. Dominic Derrickle then has the other one as he grounds the first pitch down the foul down the right field line to make it a 1 count. And this pitch is in for a strike 2, make it an 0-2 count.
On deck we got number 21, Ryan Schuller.
And this is going to be in for ball 1.
One-two count for Derrickle with 1 out, no one on.
And he hits this one foul and down the right field line, or down the right field side. So, that's gonna make it this is gonna remain a 1-2 count. That's foul ball, so not count towards strikes after the second strike.
Derrickle hits the ball to the shortstop,
and
to the first baseman.
Out by 2 steps. So that's gonna bring up number 21, Ryan Scholler.
And on deck, if Scholler gets on base, will be number 4, Jake Fort, who has scored the only Mustang run.
Yep,
so
means if Middle Creek And Scholler takes first pitch for ball 1. So that means if Scholler can get on base, Middle Creek will have batted around in 2 innings. And that's going to be down in the dirt for ball 2.
So far, the Mustangs have 2 hits. One by Jake Fort and the other one by Wade Chandler.
Yes.
And that will make it a 2-1 count for Scholler.
And he swings at the 2-1 pitch to make it a 2-2 count with 2 outs. All you see is 2-1, 2-2-2 on the scoreboard. If only he was number 22. And there's not number 22 on the team. And that's going to be ball free. Apex fans were not happy about that, and they thought it should have been a strike.
Full count now for Scholler.
And he hits this one into the glove of the diving third baseman, but he's going to reach without a throw.
Too deep there for the third baseman, I guess. Which will bring up number 4, Jake Fort, who has, like I said, the only Mustang run in the game so far.
Yeah, good job there by Cameron Roof of limiting Scholler to a single and preventing the double and not getting up and making an errant throw, giving him another base as this pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. As you see, sometimes players are trying to make the great play and it results in an error. Good job there by the third baseman of just holding him to a base.
And Mason checks on Scholler, and Scholler gets back to first safely.
Sometimes the hit's the best play.
Definitely.
It's better than throwing it away. As 4 hitters run right to the shortstop, and who throws it over to the first baseman. So that's going to be a ground out for Jake Fort. We'll be right back to the Sports Block. Middle Creek Screening 1-0. You're watching the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back for the top of the third with Middle Creek leading 1-0. And Apex's first batter of the inning is going to be Justin Rue, who is not hitting this game yet.
He'll be in the 9 spot for Apex, which is
9 hole.
Yep.
Sometimes called the second lead off.
Rogers throws a ball, which
That's
will make it a 1-0 count. No outs.
Yeah, sometimes coaches make this the second leadoff spot to get him and the leadoff hitter back to back.
Yeah. Oh.
And this is gonna be a chopper just over the head of the shortstop. Of the second baseman, Robbie Frangello.
That will bring up number 2, C.J. Conrad.
C.J. Conrad struck out and grounded out his last time up as the ball was in the dirt, and he swung at it, so he had a chance to try to run the first base, but he was out. Got out before he could make it. So Conrad shows bunt. Rogers goes for the leadoff runner and gets him. Throws it to Frangel. No, correction. Throws it to the shortstop Scholler and gets the lead runner out. Good job there by Rogers.
That was a smart play right there. I mean, you keep that leadoff guy off second, so now you just have a guy on first in a non-scoring position.
Yeah, good job. Sometimes that's a risky play. Sometimes, most of the time, in that situation, you're seeing them go to first and get the out.
Definitely.
That was a risky play, but it paid off there.
Yeah.
And that's in for a strike one. And when you're probably arguably the best player on the team, you're probably going to be allowed to make those judgment calls.
Definitely.
Especially when you are that have 61 strikeouts on the year and less than 1 ERA.
And
well, less than 2 ERA. You're gonna be allowed to make those decisions.
Coach will definitely have a lot of trust in you if you have 61 strikeouts and counting. So.
Yep. And this is in for a strike two to make it an 0-2 count with a runner on first and one out.
Rogers looking for that pitch that he wants to possibly strike out Hayfield right here.
And this was a pitch out and try to get the runner at first, but to no avail, so that's going to make it a 1-2 count.
They almost got him there, though.
Almost. He was in before Chassie could get the glove around to get him. And this is going to be a strikeout. Look, and that's going to be Rogers' fourth strikeout of the day. And that's going to be his 62nd strikeout of the year. That's getting it done.
That'll bring up number 8, Cameron Roof.
Who had a single his last time up.
Yep. Who also made that great catch before on to prevent a Scholler from reaching second, possibly.
Yeah, prevent a double. As Rogers checks the runner at first.
And he
checks
safe.
Conrad at first.
And he is safe.
So Roof comes up with 2 outs and a runner on first. And again, Rogers checks the runner at first.
Rogers seems to not like Conrad there on first base since he's throwing to him constantly.
And that pitch is in for a strike, for a swinging strike to make it an 0-1 count with 2 outs. And this is, they try to get the runner stealing, but the ball is going to go into center field. Conrad is going to be successful with the steal and take third on the error. On the throwing error by Derrickle.
Looks like either the shortstop or second baseman didn't get full control of that that
1-1
throw
count.
right there.
And it looks like they're not going to score this as an error, as it looks like there was confusion on the
field.
Second. So let's see. Let's see what Rogers does here. And this pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 2. Make it a 2-1 count. And that's going to be in for strike 2.
2-2 count to Roof. with 2 outs and a man on third. See if Rogers could get the strikeout or a pop-up or a flyout.
And that pitch is going to be down in the dirt for ball 3 to make it a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Here's pitch right here.
Definitely.
So let's see what see who can win the battle here. And he gets Roof looking. His 5th K of the game. And we'll be right back with the Sports Spot. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're here for the bottom of the 3rd inning with the first hitter for Middle Creek, Jonathan Derricole. And the first pitch is going to be in for a ball, making a ball 1 count. So, and this pitch is going to be in. Oh, Derricole hits this deep to left field. And this is going to be a sliding diving catch by the left fielder. That's going to bring up Ryan Chassie.
Looks like the wind brought that a little bit more to the left.
Yeah.
And
so we have a quick score update for you. Mill Creek Lacrosse Girls is up 5-1 on Laney in the playoffs right now. And that's going to be in for strike 1. Chassie had a walk his last time up in the first inning. And Chassie hits this one right back to the pitcher who drops it, but is still able to get Chassie out.
Yeah. That'll bring up number 30, Tucker Rogers, who flied out his last at-bat.
Yep. Yep, so let's see what Rogers can do.
He's one of the Mustangs' best hitters, so.
Yep.
Strike
and that's going to
one.
be in for strike 1, making an 0-1 count, 2 outs. And that's going to be in for ball 1 to make it a 1-1 count with 2 outs. And that's going to be in for a strike 2 to make it a 1-2 count with 2 outs. And that's going to make it a 2. That's going to be in for ball 2 to make it a 2-2 count with 2 outs.
Nobody on.
And Rogers hits it between the hole between third base and shortstop. So he's gonna reach base, and that's gonna bring up Wade Chandler, who had a RBI single in the first inning.
And looks like Mustangs put a change as they bring Rogers back into the dugout, and they take out number 29, Danny Alvarado, as a pinch runner.
Yeah, in baseball and softball, you're allowed to have a pinch runner for the pitcher and catcher. So that's why. So anytime, as of right now, anytime Rogers and whoever pitches later tonight and Derek will get on base, there's going to be a pinch runner for him as
Got a foul
Chandler
ball.
fouls this one off to make it a 1-1 count with 2 outs.
Apex
So-
better watch out because, I mean, Alvarado's a real fast guy, so got some speed there at first base.
And this is going to be in for a strike 2 to make it a 1-2 count. And you painted the bottom left corner. And he fouls this one back out of play to make it to remain at a 1-2 count. And this is going to be ball 2 to make it a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Run on first.
It'll be huge if Chandler can get a base hit here. Oh,
And that's going to be a strikeout. So that's going to make it so that's going to end the inning. We'll be right back with the sports block.
Perez on 1 hit.
And welcome back to the sports block as we're here for the top of the 4th inning. Apex's first hitter of this inning is going to be number 23, Tucker Jackson, who struck out his last time up. And he hits this one right to the third baseman over the chassis for the out. So that's going to be a quick 1 out. So next up, we're going to bring up Zachary Farrell.
Now hitting number 4, Zach.
Third baseman, Wade Chandler. Yeah, that's right. Looking at the right wrestler? Yeah. Wait, no, that can't be right. Pitch in for strike 1.
right down the middle right that time.
Yeah.
Surprised Farrell didn't swing for that
Correction. Third baseman, Dominic Derrickle. My bad. That's going to be in for strike 2 to make an 0-2 count. The 9 looks like an 8 on the front of the jersey from here. Give me a break, Hunter.
one. Sorry, Adam. Farrell showed bunt for a minute, but didn't get it.
And time is called by Farrell. 0-2 count, 1 out.
There was a ball right there, so that'll make it a 1-2 count with 1 out, no one on.
Let's see what Roger can do here. And it's going to be in the dirt for ball 2 to make it a 2-2 count with 1 out.
Time as Derrico goes to the mound to talk to Rogers.
Yep. Derrico looks to be walking a little bit gingerly. Yeah, Derrico was injured, so
Here comes Coach Kane.
we're gonna take a quick injury timeout. We'll be right back with the sports spot. And welcome back to the Sports Bikers. We're back after a quick injury timeout, as I believe Derek Cole just the ball in the dirt hit him in the bad spot in the groin area, so he just needs to walk it off. Walk it off.
Can't blame him there.
Yeah. What? And this is going to be fouled off down the left field line.
Still a 2-2 count with 1 out, no one on.
And that's going to be hit right back up the middle for a base hit. So this is gonna bring up number 20 for number 11, Kenan Butler. I'm putting a lot too much emphasis on that. Okay. So Kenan Butler has grounded out his last time up. So let's see if he can ground into a double play here for Middle Creek.
Definitely. That'll be the ideal thing for the Mustangs if you can ground out to a double play.
No doubt. As he hits this right back up the middle again. But Farrell's only going to advance to second.
So far, after the 1 out by on Jackson, Apex has got 2 back-to-back hits, both singles. So got 1 guy in scoring position and 1 guy on first. So,
and that's going to bring up Johnny Sharanis, who struck out his last time up. Basic here would probably tie the game. And this is going to be in for a strike 1 to make it an 0-1 count.
Be big here if Rogers can get another strikeout here. Make
Definitely.
It 2 outs.
And this is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. Make it a 1-1 count with 1 out. Runners on first and second. And he fouls this one off out of play. So this is going to make it a 1-2 count with 1 out, runners on first and second.
Like I said, if he strikes out, that would be ideal for the Mustangs, or even a simple ground out. That would be even better. Possibly
Definitely.
get a double play for the Mustangs. Oh.
And he swings and misses, so he strikes out again. And that's going to be Rogers' 6th K of the game. And that's going to bring up Matt Cruz, who flew out his last time up. So he comes up with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Let's see if Rogers can work himself out of trouble here.
Definitely. I mean, thankfully, though, flyout won't advance those runners since there's 2 outs.
And this is going to be in for ball 1 to make it a 1-0 count. And this is going to be another ball. Just make it a 2-0 count with 2 outs.
And on deck for Apex, if Cruz were to get on base somehow, it would be number 6, Justin Rue.
And this is hit. This is going to get hit right to the center fielder, Chandler. So that's going to be the inning. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block. We're here for the bottom of the 4th inning with Middle Creek leading 1-0. And the first batter of the inning is going to be number 24, William Puigsiver. He who flew out his last time up. And this first pitch is going to be down in the dirt for ball 1. Middle Creek's offense scored 1 in the first, and they've kind of been stagnant and haven't really done anything since. They've had 1 hit. They've had 2 hits since.
One of them coming last inning off the bat of Tucker Rogers.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if Puigsiver can get something going here.
That was a ball 2.
Make it a 2-1 count. No outs. And he swings and misses to make it a 2-2 count with no outs. And this pitch is going to be in the outside to make it 3-2, to make it a 3-2 count. No outs, nobody on.
See if he could get a walk here.
And he is strikes out looking. So this is going to bring up number 3, Chris Bleeker.
Bleeker, who popped up his last.
He flew out his last time up. And that's going to be in for a strike 1. Making an 0-1 count. 1 out, nobody on. Bleeker swings and misses to make it an 0-2 count with 1 out.
Bleeker was swinging for the fences at that swing right there.
Yeah, no doubt. And he hits this
up the middle.
Up the middle, just past the diving glove of the second baseman. So that's going to be a single for Chris Bleeker. And that's going to bring up number 9, Dominic Derricole. Got his name right that time. Kill me.
That will push the hit count for the Mustangs to 5 so far this game.
Well, 2 of those coming in the first inning.
Definitely, yep.
See if Middle Creek can string some more hits together here.
Yeah. Apex only has 4 hits in the game with no runs, so.
Yes. As that pitch is in for ball 1 to make it a 1-0 count. With 1 out and runner on first. On deck, we got Ryan Scholler. Scholler on deck leads the team with 12 walks. Chassis has 11.
Scholler hit a signal in his last at bat.
And this is going to be a foul off the foot of Derricole down the left field line. As Bobang goes to get it. On the ball gets away from the first baseman. Gets away from the first baseman Butler, but not far enough for
Bleeker to get to second.
Yeah. Not that kind of good away. And that's gonna be in this ball. This pitch is 1-2 pitch is gonna be in the dirt for making a 2-2 pitch with 1 out.
Coach King giving Derricole some signals there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously planning something.
And Derricole flies this one out to the center fielder. So this is that's gonna be the second out of the inning, and that's gonna bring up Ryan Scholler. Scholler had a single his last time up in the second. I'm gonna guess since Derricole swung at that there, King was giving him the green light to swing.
Guess the hit didn't go where he wanted it, but.
Now I believe time is called by either the catcher or the batter. I wasn't sure. I think it was the catcher, as he appeared to be communicating something to his teammates. And that's going to be in for a strike 1 to make it an 0-1 count with run first.
Schuller fouls this one back to the Mustang dugout. That will make it a 0-2 count, 2 outs, and a man on first.
Yep, nobody has to go get this one.
Okay.
And that's going to be in for ball 1. Making a 1-2 count. And this is going to be a wild pitch. This is going to be a pass ball. He gets away from the catcher, number 25. Number 25, Matt Cruz.
That will advance Bleeker to second since because of the wild pitch. That will make it a 2-2 count, 2 outs, man on second.
As he shoulder barely stays alive here, make it so it's gonna be a 2-2 count with 2 outs. And that's going to be grounded right to the third baseman, who gets Scholl out just by a step. So that's going to be a ground out for Scholl. We'll be right back to the sports spot.
With 1 left on. After 4 complete, Middle Creek 1, Apex 0.
And welcome back to the Sports Box. We're here for the top of the 5th inning. And our first batter for Apex is going to be number 8. It's going to be number 8, Cameron Roof.
Moving off this inning for Apex, number 6, Justin Rue.
Oh, correction. It's going to be Justin Rue, number 6. I thought I saw an 8. Get my numbers mixed up today. Happens to everybody.
Amen.
Ryder's still on the mound for Middle Creek. And his first pitch is in for a strike 1.
Rogers has been pitching superbly today.
Yeah. I gotta think he's getting up around 40, 50 pitches as of now, I would believe.
Yeah.
I'd probably say high 30s, low 40s, if I would take a guess. And that second pitch is going to be in for a ball 1 to make it a 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch in. It's hit a high up in the air. The right fielder has it. And he has it. So that's going to be an out. So that's going to make it. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
Back to the top of the order with number 2, C.J. Conrad.
That's going to be the right fielder, Wade Chandler.
And now up to hit is number 2, C.J. Conrad, who made it all the way to third base his last time out.
And that pitch is going to be in for a strike 1.
Strike for...
Now I can make it an 0-2 count.
Pitch from Rogers.
0-2 pitch in. And it's swing and miss. That's going to be his 7th K of the day.
Rogers has really shut out these Fuquay batters today. 7 strikeouts. That's almost everybody in the batting order. That'll bring up number 9, Sam Highfill. And strike.
That's going to make an 0-1 count with 1 out, nobody on. I mean, 2 outs, nobody on.
Pitch from Rogers.
And that's going to be in for a strike 2. Sorry. And that's going to be a check swing. That's going to result in a... He did not go, so that's going to be a ball. Got a little bit of breeze picking up here.
Definitely.
A little bit of limp breeze blowing out.
And
that's going to be another strikeout for Rogers. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Brackets. You're here for the bottom of the 5th inning with the leadoff batter, Jake Fort, up to bat.
Fort, who has the only run in the game, not just for the Mustangs, but in the entire game so far. So,
and this pitch is going to be in for a strike 1 from the pitcher. From the pitcher.
Mason.
Yeah, I believe it's still Mason. Yeah, it's still Mason.
Strike for.
And that's gonna make it a
Fort
1-2
there.
count. And that's gonna be down in the dirt for ball 2. And this is going to be a grounder to the third baseman. Third baseman roof, but he froze over his head. Fort's gonna, so he's going to stay at first.
Doesn't look like he would have gotten to second anyway, since
I
that ball bounced right back to the first baseman. So
I think he would have made it. And that's going to bring up number 16.
26.
26. Jonathan Derrickle. I'm really messing up my numbers today. I'm sorry.
Oh!
And this is going to be a pass ball. So that's going to advance Fort.
Now the Mustangs got a runner in scoring position with no outs.
Yeah, big moment here in the game.
Definitely. See if the Mustangs can go up 2-0.
And it's going to be down and away for ball 1. No, correction, ball 2. It's 2-0 count. Yeah, because there's a pass ball. Yeah, so it's 2-0 count. And that's going to be a strike to make it 2-1 count. Manson's pitched a pretty good game. Mason's pitched a pretty good game. So, 2-2 count, no outs, runner on second. And this pitch is going to be down in the dirt for ball 3.
3-2 count with 0 outs and a man on second.
Yep. And he hits this one. He hits this one right to the second baseman, Saranis. But he grounds out to the second baseman, Saranis.
Now hitting number 31,
But
Ryan.
and that's gonna bring up Ryan Chassie. That ground out advanced forward to third.
Looks like a time is called here by Apex.
We got a mound meeting on the. We got a mound visit here for Apex. Forward.
Looks like a
Head coach Mike Valder's probably just telling Mason to calm down and get back to what he's been doing. He's been cruising thus far. And this is grounded to the first baseman Butler, but this is grounded to second baseman Sienas, who bobbles it, which allows Fort to score.
that will make it 2-0 Mustangs. So that'll be a sacrifice ground out for Chassie, and that will be Fort's second run of the game.
And that's going to bring up Tucker Rogers with nobody on and 2 outs.
Rogers, who had a single at his last at-bat.
And this is going to be in for strike 1, make it a 1-1 count. 2 outs.
So that last run will be Fort's second run of the night,
Yeah,
and it
but
will be the only 2 runs that any team has ever gotten today so far.
2-1 pitch. 2-1 count, 2 outs. As Rogers hits this to the shortstop, Highfield, and he gets it over to the first baseman, Butler, for the out. So that's going to be the inning. We'll be right back to the Sports Block.
1 run on 1 hit after 5.
And welcome back to the Sports Block. As the first batter of this inning is going to be number 8, Chandler Roof for Apex, who's playing third base tonight. Roof had a strikeout his last time up. And this is going to be a strike. In for a strike to make it an 0-1 count. And that's going to be in for a strike 2 to make it an 0-2 count.
Last inning, the Mustangs scored their second run of the game. Again, it was Jake Fort to score the second run.
0-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So I can see over by the Apex dugout, we got number 9. We got number 9, Sam Highfield warming up. Who's playing shortstop right now? So if he would come in the pitch, we'd obviously have a new shortstop. And that's going to be a swinging strikeout for that's going to be the 8th K of the night for Rogers. He's cruising. So that's going to bring up number 23 Jackson, Tucker Jackson, who grounded out his last time up.
And that will push Tucker Rogers' strikeouts to 66 on the year.
And we got a high fly ball pop up right behind the mound, and Derrickle has it for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Zachary Farrell.
Two out brings up number 4.
Looked like it was about to get off the netting and possibly land by us.
Yeah, I was watching to make sure if I had to go up and protect our very, very, very expensive equipment. It's very expensive, I assure you.
I don't know about you, but
If you didn't get the emphasis there, I assure you it is. And that's a bunt attempt turn foul that goes almost completely backwards. I'm not really sure how, but it did. So that's going to make an 0-1 count, 2 outs.
I don't know about you, but if that ball crossed, I would have dove to the ground.
He could probably try to bunt like that again, and he couldn't do it. And he swings and misses, making an 0-2 count with 2 outs. And Farrell hits this right to the right. Oh! Just past the glove of the right fielder, Chandler. And that's going to be a double for Farrell. And that's the first extra base hit we've had all game for either team.
Yeah, I mean, these pitchers have been lights out. I mean, for more than for giving up more than a signal.
Yeah. And that's going to bring up Cannon Butler, who had a single his last time up.
He's one of the few players on the Apex Cougars to actually get a hit off of Rogers today.
Yeah, Farrell has 2 of them. So
got 2 outs and a man on
Butler
second.
comes up with 2 outs, runner on second.
So Rogers steps off.
Rogers taking his time. I don't know if he's buying time for the next pitcher that's going to come in, or if he's just contemplating, or if he's just trying to mess with everybody. Derrickle went up, said something to him, so game plan.
I don't know if Rogers is going to finish out the game, but if I was Middle Creek, I would start warming up your closer.
I can see somebody warming up out there in the behind the outfield, but too far I can't see. It's really too far. I can't see the number. I know I've messed up the numbers, but that's actually too far. So that's where Middle Creek has their bullpen at. Not really sure why, but I'm not the baseball team. They can do what they want. And this is going to be a swing and a miss to make it a 1-1 count with 2 outs. And this is going to be down in the dirt for ball 2 to make it a 2-1 count and 2 outs. And this is going to be a Down in the dirt for ball free to make it a free 1 count.
It's probably one of the worst positions Rogers has been in the whole game so far.
No
so.
doubt. And on deck, we got number 14, Johnny Sharanis.
See if he can get out of this situation. Make it a 3-2 count.
Got time called. Free 1 count. And Roger Derrick is going to go out to the mound to talk to him. So we're not having a pitching change yet, but it's soon. I can tell. It's getting close.
Rogers is
There.
certainly getting tired out there, I could tell, since
He just lost his command all of a sudden.
yeah. Wow. All they need is a pop out or a ground out or a
Just
strikeout
need
to get out of
something.
this inning.
And he pops this one up and kind of pops the grounder. And over to the short second baseman Frangel, over the chassis, and Rogers gets out of the inning. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block, as we're back for the bottom of the 6th. Our first batter in the inning is going to be Wade Chandler. And we have a new pitcher for Apex. We got Sam Highfill in for Mason, and then Rue is now in at shortstop for Highfill. So we're going to have a 1-1 count now. No outs on Chandler. Chandler struck out his last time up. Also had an RBI single in his first at bat of the day. That's going to be in for ball 2. And this is hit way foul. Looks like into the Frisbee golf course bordering the stadium. So good luck finding that one, boys. Make it a 2-2 count.
Ooh.
And that's gonna be a make it a free 2 count. Some kid will probably find it playing Frisbee golf.
Souvenir.
Right? Free 2 count.
No outs.
Free 2 pitch is fouled off again into the frisbee golf course. Some kid's gonna be really happy tomorrow.
No, it was actually
Oh.
caught by the left fielder, number 23,
And never mind.
Tucker Jackson. So that will make it 1 out.
That'll bring up Puigsever with 1 out.
And nobody on.
And yes, that'll bring up Puigsever with 1 out. Puigsever is 0 for 2 today. And the first pitch is a ball to make it a 1-0 count with 1 out. And that's going to make it and that pitch is going to be in for ball 2 to make it a 2-0 count. And that pitch is going to be hit right to the first baseman, Butler, for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up and that's going to bring up Chris Bleeker. Bleeker with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to be in for a strike 1, 0-1 pitch, 0-0 pitch. It's in for a strike 1. The 1-0 pitch it hits Bleeker. So he's going to reach on a hit by a pitch. And that's going to bring up Dominic Derricole.
Correction, actually, Todd Bobang.
So Bobang comes in.
See what the Mustangs can do with one guy on base.
So yeah, Bobang comes up with Bobang hits this one deep, and this is gonna be a double at least. They sent Bleeker home. The score that's gonna be, and so that's gonna make the score 3-0 Middle Creek. And that's going to bring up Ryan Scholler, who grounded out his last time up and had a single in his first at bat in the second inning.
The outfield was not expecting that hit. They were they were way shallow.
Bobang got the pitch he liked on. Bobang got his pitch and nailed it.
Definitely.
And that was exactly what Middle Creek needed, another insurance run.
Definitely.
You never have too many insurance runs. The more the better.
Absolutely.
That's what Coach King's saying. And that pitch is going to be in for ball 2 to make it a 2-0 count with 2 outs and runner on second.
See if Scholler could possibly hit one out and possibly score in Bobang. Get even more runs.
And Scholler hits this one past the glove of the diving shortstop, and that's going to score Bobang. So that's going to be an RBI single for Scholler. Now that's going to make the score 4-0 Middle Creek. And that's going to bring up Jake Fort. So now somebody besides Jake Fort has scored.
Finally.
Yeah.
This is the first inning that the Mustangs have scored more than 1 run as well. So.
And first inning they have scored without Fort scoring.
And up to bat is Jake Fort, who has 2 of the Mustangs' 4 runs.
Yep, and has 2 for free today. And we're going to have a mound visit here by the catcher, number 25, Cruz.
Probably want to calm down Highfill because, you know, he gave up 2 runs right there. So definitely not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be fouled out of play. Ooh, it hits the light.
And comes right back into play.
Finally, I've seen some ball hit the light of a baseball game. I've been dying to see that. Cross something off my bucket list now.
Good
Thanks.
one, Adam. Good one.
Thanks for it. It's very appreciated. And Highfield throws over the first baseman. Butler to check on Scholler. And he almost, this was a pitch out to try to get Scholler again, and it almost got him. I'm getting the impression here they don't want to face Fort.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna have to.
Definitely. I mean,
And it's actually a 1-2 count.
and
And
Scholler
Scholler tries to
second.
steal, and he is safe. That's gonna be a stolen base for Scholler.
Mustangs are causing some major havoc here in the
Yeah.
bottom of the 6th.
With 2 outs, everything that could go right
Yeah,
from Middle Creek
yeah.
has gone right.
Definitely.
If it could go right from Middle Creek with 2 outs, it's gone right. Next pitch is going to be down in the dirt for ball free to make it a 3-2 count. 2 outs, run second.
Just a minute ago, the Mustangs were shouting their Fort cry, as they are right now.
Fort. So 3-2 count, 2 outs. And Fort swings and misses for the strikeouts. We'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back to the sports block. Apex's first hitter of the inning is going to be Avery Rideout, as he is a pinch hitter. So Apex down to its last 3 outs, down 4-0. And the first pitch is going to be in for a strike. Rogers is trying to go 7 full innings here.
Got to give him credit there. He's pitched one heck of a game.
Oh,
today.
yeah, and he's trying to finish it off. He's trying to cap it off.
Got to respect that.
And that's going to be fouled off. Rideout's going to foul that one off, so that's going to be an 0-2 count. And this is going to be hit right to the glove of the shortstop, Scholler. And it's going to get to the first baseman, Chassis, just in time to get Rideout.
What a play by the shortstop, Scholler, right there to get it to Overton. Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh, correction. We have a new first baseman, Overton, like you said. And we got another pinch hitter for Matt Cruz. We're going to have a.
Next up for Apex, number 13, Wyatt McInnes.
And we're going to have Wyatt McInnes pinch hit for Matt Cruz. So let's see what he can do. So 1 out. McInnes comes up with 1 out, nobody on. And that's going to be a strike. It's going to be a first pitch strike to make it an 0-1 count with 1 out. And this is going to be a fouled up off, so this is going to make it an 0-2 count.
These pinch hitters aren't getting into great positions so far, which isn't
Nope.
good for the Apex.
And this is popped up to the shortstop shoulder, and he has the catch.
2 outs now. 1 more out till the Mustangs could possibly
Yep.
seal the 2nd seed in the SWAC conference.
They would finish second in the SWAC. And now we have Justin Rue, and that is not a pinch hitter. He was in the lineup to start. So,
See what Rue can do here. See if he can provide a spark for his team.
and that's going to be in for a first pitch ball. And that's going to be hit. Oh! Into the glove of the diving shortstop, Scholler. And it's going to get over. No! It's going to get over to the first baseman, Overton, just a little late. So that's going to be, oh, that was so close. That was so close. And that's going to bring up number 2, CJ Conrad. Wow, that was, oh, wow. That's about as close of a play as you're going to get.
If this was the majors, this would be instant replay time.
Yep, but we don't have that in high school.
Unfortunately.
Not there yet. And that's going to be a ball 1, making a 1-0 count with 2 outs.
And this will be CJ Conrad, who is the only Apex to reach third base today. So, see what it can do.
And this is a foul, and he fouls this one off to make it a 1-1 count with 2 outs. And this is grounded to the third baseman. This is grounded to the third baseman Bobang over to the first baseman Overton for the final out. Have yourself a game, Tucker Rogers. 6 hits, 8 strikeouts. Have your 7 innings pitched, 7 innings pitched, full game. Have yourself a game, Tucker Rogers. He's just had a great season. Have yourself a game.
As we see the players doing the traditional handshake in sportsmanship.
And Middle Creek will finish second in the SWAC conference. Middle Creek will finish second in the SWAC conference. So, and that's good for them. And they should, bearing that they win their first playoff game next week, they should have a second home playoff game. So, stay tuned for that. And we may do one or both of those. So, stay tuned for that. And we'll be right back with senior night festivities. You're watching the Sports Block.
just got the signal from the field that we're all ready. So I would like to first introduce to you the seniors, starting with number 1, Robbie Frangello.
You can leave it up, it's okay.
Robbie's parents are Paul and Ann Frangello, and he's got brothers Mike and Matt. Robbie's awards are numerous. He's an honorable mention All-Conference in 2016, Academic All-Conference 2015, 2016. He broke the Middle Creek single-season ERA school record with a .27 ERA in 2016. He's a Powerade State Games of North Carolina in 2016. He's a recipient of the 2016 North Carolina Amateur Sports Education Scholarship for Excellence in Academics, Athletics, and Community Service. Robbie's favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory is competing in a huge comeback and beating Heritage in the playoffs 2 years ago. Robbie will miss playing and hanging out with all of his teammates who have become his brothers. Next year, Robbie plans on playing baseball at the University of Richmond and majoring in business. Robbie would like to thank, first of all, he gives thanks to God, and he also wants to thank his parents and brothers for always supporting him and being good role models. Wants to thank Coach King, Coach Johnson, and Coach Brunson for always pushing him to be better. Robbie's favorite Coach King quote is,
"It's not all of you, it's some of you. But some of you is all of you."
Please give a round of applause for Robbie Frangello. Next up, number 4, Jake Fort.
Before you'll follow this.
Jake's parents are Tim and Susan Fort, and he has siblings Megan, Mindy, and Josie. Jake's awards he's been academic all-conference, and he was selected Ironman Award for varsity football.
Follow three.
His favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory was hitting a home run against Fuquay his sophomore year. He will miss the crazy bus rides the most,
You'll go back to our
where everyone gets roasted. His college plans and career goals: he's going to attend North Carolina State University next year and dual major in chemical engineering and paper and science engineering. Jake would like to thank his coaches for always pushing him, his teammates for always allowing him to have fun, and his family and girlfriend for supporting him and coming to all of his games. Jake's favorite Coach King quote is,
"320, go."
Number 4, Jake Ford. Next up, number 12, Austin Overton. Austin's parents, Chris Overton and Dima Overton, and he's got a brother, Jake. Austin has been an academic all-conference, and he was the JV offensive MVP. Austin's favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory was getting his first hit at Topsail last year. Austin is going to miss his teammates and the legendary bus rides. His college plans next year is to continue to play baseball at Averett University. Austin wants to thank his parents for being there for him, and Coach Troy Strange and Clay Council for putting in countless hours into helping him improve as a baseball player. Austin's favorite Coach King quote,
"It's not punishment."
Austin Overton. Next up, number 15, Derek Roy. Derek's parents are Bill Roy and Beth Roy, and he has a sister, Grace. Derek has been academic all-conference in 2016. His favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory was winning the 2016 conference championship last year. Derek will miss playing alongside the great players and underneath the great coaches that we have in the great environment that we have around us. Derek's college plans, he's considering an offer to pitch at Coker College, and if not, his plan is to attend North Carolina State University to pursue a biomedical engineering degree. Derek wants to thank all of his friends and family for their support, his coaches and teammates for pushing him and to get to the place that he is now, and anyone who has helped out with our program to make it the outstanding place and environment that it is in this community. Derek's favorite Coach King quote is,
Where there's snakes, there's more snakes.
Derek Roy.
There's more snakes.
Next up, number 24, William Puigsever. William's parents are Louie and Debbie Puigsever, and he has two sisters, Amy and Sarah. Williams' awards include the Middle Creek CCSSL 2016 All-Star. Williams' favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory is beating Fuquay and Green Hope in the same week. That is always a good thing. He's going to miss the friendships that he's made with all of his teammates over the past 4 years, as well as all the hard work that we put in as a team. He'll also miss the wild bus rides after our wins. Williams' college plans next year plans on attending East Carolina University and major in physical education. William wants to thank Coach King and the rest of the baseball coaching staff for helping him become a better player and a person. He wants to thank his parents for being his #1 fan and never missing a game and being there for him no matter what. Now, Williams' Coach King quote is,
I'm going to run y'all until I can't see straight.
William Puigsever. Number 25, Brendan Woods. Brendan's parents are Bobby and Louise Woods, and he has a sister, Sierra. He's been academic all-conference for 2 years in a row. Brendan's favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory is beating Fuquay on senior night last year. And how about Apex on senior night this year? He's going to miss spending time with his teammates and all the friends he's become close to over the 4 years playing baseball for Middle Creek. Middle Creek baseball has allowed him to meet people he never would have met and make memories with them he'll cherish forever. Brendan's plans next year will be to attend North Carolina State University and receive a degree so that he can work in the technology field. Brendan wants to thank his parents for always supporting him and believing in him. He would not be where he was today without them. His sister for always being there for him and being my #1 fan. The coaching staff for all their hard work, transforming the field into one of the nicest in the state, and giving him the tools to play baseball to his full potential on the baseball field. He wants to thank Coach King for teaching him valuable life lessons that have guided him through his 4 years at Middle Creek and will continue to guide him in the future. Now, Brendan's Coach King quote is,
Let's have Woodsy pitch at Middle Creek since the fences are further away.
Brendan Woods. Next up, number 26, Jonathan, JD2616, Deercole. Jonathan's parents are Michael and Lynn Deercole and brother Dominic. Jonathan has been all-conference honorable mention in 2016 and academic all-conference for 4 years. slam against rival Fuquay and being able to play with his brother this year. Jonathan will miss being able to practice and play with the team every day and the bus rides to and from away games. Jonathan's college plans: he'd like to continue to play baseball career if the opportunity arrives, but if not, he will attend the University of South Carolina and study to become a pharmacist. Jonathan wants to thank God and his family for always supporting him, the coaches for developing him as a player and a person. Jonathan's favorite quote is,
That's just the nature of the beast.
Jonathan Dierkel. Number 30, Tucker Rogers. Tucker's parents are Tony Rogers and Lynette Dees. And siblings Hunter, Connor, and Megan. Tucker has received an all-conference for 2 years, academic all-conference for 2 years, and was the team MVP his freshman season. Tucker's favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory was beating Broughton High School in the spring break tournament this year. He will miss the relationship with his teammates and his coaches. Tucker's college plans include playing baseball next year at Louisville College and getting a business degree in sports management or marketing. Tucker wants to thank all of his friends and family for all their love and support, coaches, teammates, for pushing him to get to where he is today, and a special thank you to his dad for everything that he has done and always being there for me no matter what. Tucker's Coach King quote is,
We lost 9 baseballs tonight at $5 apiece. You do the math. We lost $56 tonight.
Tucker Rogers. And number 32, Brett Rendon. Brett's parents are Brian and Karen Rendon. And siblings Colby and Kaylee. Brett's favorite Middle Creek High School baseball memory was his first time ever managing the team in 2013. Brett will miss being around his teammates and supporting them no matter what. Brett's college plans is that he will plan on attending Wake Tech next year. And Brett would like to thank his coaches for selecting him to be on the team. It was such an honor. His parents for always supporting him and coming to his games. Brett's favorite Coach King quote is,
Good gosh almighty, son.
Number 32, Brett Rendon. As they line the field, let's give one more round of applause for all of our seniors this year. If there are family members that would like to join them on the field for pictures, please do so now. Thank you.
And welcome back, as we're just finished with senior night activities
on the senior night of 2017 baseball season at Middle Creek. Had a couple of seniors honored that have all accomplished very much, and had a junior Kyle Bowers read Coach King quotes, which was pretty funny.
Especially the one with Tucker Rogers with 9 balls, $56.
That was very funny.
Oh,
So
definitely.
to wrap up the game, Middle Creek scored early to hold a 1-0 lead till to the 5th inning. Then they kind of got an insurance run, and then they got 2 in the 6th. And then the big story is Tucker Rogers just dominated this game.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
8 strikeouts this game. That's amazing.
Absolutely dominated. So your final score is Middle Creek 4, Apex nothing. And thank you for tuning into the Sports Block. We'll be back with playoff games next week. You're watching the Sports Block.